Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, and I'm excited to be alive in these good times that I'm having. But be that as it may, I want to talk about RVing and what's happening. You know, if you're going to be a full-time RVer, which I am now, since I don't own a home base that I can park my RV on, I do own a home. I do own some property or some lots in Lano, Texas, but the city won't allow you to park an RV there to live in or stay in at all. So they're just there. I was going to build a cabin, still might, enough said about that. So what you have to do, or what I've had to do, is what? I've had to adjust to the nomad way of life, or gypsy way of life. Okay, well, it's not an adjustment for me. I've been doing this for 25 years, but you know, I have to do the planning. You know, I have to get reservations and all that crap, or whatever. You know, and so actually, I've done that. I'm planned out through March 1st next year, which is good. And the reason I do that, I mean, even though these plans may not be totally accurate, at least it gives me a sense of direction, and it is predictable, because we creatures of we humans love predictability. There's no doubt about that. We love predictability because that's like security. You know where the cheapest gasoline is. You know where to get groceries and stuff. So yeah, we're moving right along. And as far as cost of living on the road, very inexpensive as compared to a home base. About the same, really. Maybe a little less because you don't use as much gasoline in your motorhome, because you'd be parked for longer periods of time, maybe, depending on you. If you travel a lot, then that's the way it goes. But for me, I'll give you my budget again, which I've done before, close. But now that I have more accurate information, or more information, I can tell you pretty much exactly. If I move 4 times a month, 200 miles each move, which I don't, but if I did, that would be 800 miles a month. At 10 miles a gallon, 80 gallons. 80 gallons, $240 a month. And then I also use about $40 of gasoline in the car I'm driving right now, the Chevy Spark, which gets 49.3 miles per gallon right now. And so that budget for the gasoline would be about $300 to $350. And then camping fees, I allow about $400 a month, which is on the high side, because I do some New Mexico State Park Pass stuff, and I do some BLM campground stuff. So yeah, but the overall year-round average would probably be probably $300 a month. But you know, so those two together give you about $650 a month for all your living expenses, you know, all your bills and everything, except for, you know, if you have you want internet access. You know, I use Visible Wireless. I'm in a group which costs, it's $25 a month for totally unlimited everything, and it's owned by Verizon, so you use Verizon towers. Works good. Yeah, and so you know, as far as car insurance and all that, my total monthly budget for everything is just slightly over $1,000 a month, and my Social Security is more than that per month. And I know some of you people that aren't retired aren't drawing Social Security yet, but I am. I've been drawing it for, let's see, about 14 years. And do I like it? You bet. Thank you. Yeah, but so my expenses are covered, more than covered, by just Social Security, which is good. And but things are going up. You know, they're going to go up on probably the rates at all these places, you know, the state parks and BLM and all that. They always do. They never go down, let's say that. And then BLM, the Bureau of Land Management, is going to go to a reservation system soon, and so we'll see how that works. I don't know if there's going to be a fee for making a reservation or not. I'm probably going to be. It'll probably use Reserve America. It seems like all these places are going to Reserve America, which everybody thinks is a government site. It's not. It's privately owned by a company out of Dallas, Texas, and they make a lot of money. But that's the way that goes. You know. So yeah, I got to get my nomad hat on now, or my gypsy hat on, and wear it tightly for a while, because this is not bad. I mean, I just drove over to Capitan. That was the town we just went through. Capitan, New Mexico, elevation about 6,400 feet, population 1,600. Great place. Yeah, got a little grocery store with a deli, muy bueno, and got a Family Dollar. You may have seen that. And this old guy in that Class C ahead of me, winding through these mountains. If he's getting 8 miles a gallon, he's probably tickled. But I noticed he's got solar on his bumper back there, so they're probably boondocker types, which is fine. But I don't think I'll be doing much boondocking. I could. There are some sites around Capitan, Ruidoso, BLM, and National Forest that are not too bad. It's the roads in and out that are always the problem. But yeah, you can live the RV lifestyle at any expense level you choose to. In other words, if you want to stay at resorts, then it's going to cost you more. If you're driving a big rig that gets 6 miles to the gallon, it's going to cost you more, and so on and on it goes. But yeah, it's a good way of life. Again, I've done it. I've done it with and without home bases, and now I'm without, and that's fine. I have no problem with that whatsoever. None at all. None at all. Life is good if you make it that way, ladies and gentlemen. Que sera, sera. Got me a shirt that says that. I just washed it. I did. I hope it didn't shrink too much. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rusty 78609. Just letting you know that the nomadic way, or nomad or gypsy way of life, for some people could work very well. For others, it would be terribly frustrating because of the unpredictability. In other words, when you're traveling in an RV, going from state to state, to park, or whatever you're going to, campground to campground, things are constantly changing, and that some people adapt to that quickly, some people never do, and it becomes a very frustrating lifestyle. But you got to know who you are, because you're not going to change. You might change a little bit. Well, you have to change a little bit because all your circumstances are going to change. But be that as it may, well, I had a visitor come by today when I was at the washateria. He lives here in Capitan, and friendly fella, him and his wife live here now. Always nice to meet a viewer and chat a while. But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, from on the road right here to Carrizozo from Capitan, which is all downhill. How about that? So having said that, thumbs up, guys. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because it doesn't cost you one penny. You just click on the link, go to Amazon, buy whatever you choose. Amazon takes care of me. And so if you're going to buy something from Amazon anyway, you know what I mean. So with that in mind, drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, stand guard at the door of your mind, keep your health, and if you are an RVer or planning to be an RVer, I hope it works very well for you and you enjoy your life healthily and happily forever. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.